Town has united. 33 years after the club was reformed from the ashes, the Phoenix is rising over Wembley. The badge is on the shirts. The players are in the tunnel. Tommy Woodrington, I knew he would be, is suited and booted. The fireworks go off. Let's hand to your commentary team, Tim Sills, Steve Gibbs, and firstly, Rob Worrall.
Thank you very much, Tim Durrance. Here come the shots at Wembley. Wonderful scenes here. 18,000 Aldershot Town fans welcome their team. In one quarter of the ground, one very, very noisy quarter of the ground. Spennymoor Town, the opposition, nearly 4,000 of their supporters here as well, and they've had a very, very long way to travel down from the northeast. Spennymoor Town and Aldershot Town, the towns will do battle for the Isuzu FA Trophy this afternoon. The teams line up and they'll shortly shake hands. And 99 years of history, 99 years of waiting. Today is the moment. The moment is now. And Aldershot Town are here, finally at Wembley. Underneath the arch, Steve Gibbs. The last time I heard those words, they were from you, and you were trying to get them out of your mouth.
Yeah, the Phoenix has risen over Wembley, and what a fantastic moment that was. Credit to Scott Lorimer, who promised colour and banners and celebration and a party and balloons, and he has more than delivered, as he always does. And yeah, hopefully the emotion is over and now it's game face, business. There's a job to be done, and for all we're saying, yes, it's being here is the most important thing for Aldershot Town. Once that first whistle goes, there's 18 players and coaching staff who will be focused, giving everything to win the Isuzu FA Trophy. And what a moment that would be. But there's 90, probably 100, maybe even 120 very, very tough minutes ahead, because Spennymoor cannot be underestimated. They cannot be discounted. The second half of the season, they started the season poorly. In the middle of January, they were 14th. Since then, only champions Brackley won more points. They were second in the table in the second half of the season.
If your emotions haven't been stirred yet, they will have been now. I'll try and keep mine together. Steve has had plenty of practice of that. And your shots team line up as follows. Marcus Dewhurst in goal. A back three, a very young back three, all on loan, all 21 or under. Luca Woodhouse, Dan Ellison and Will Armitage. Proud day for them and their parent clubs. Prost, Tetek, Theo Widrington and Aaron Jones, the shot skipper across the middle. James Henry playing behind Josh Barrett and Jack Barham. Absolutely packed to the rafters, the Aldershot section of this ground. Interestingly, more Whiteleaf supporters who lost the FA Vase earlier have stayed to watch this game. Perhaps some loose connections on the Surrey border. The majority of the Whitstable fans have disappeared to celebrate their FA Vase win. Just under 4,000 Spennymoor fans here, away to our left, still bathed in sunshine. But in the shade, not that they're going to be kept quiet, are the Aldershot Town fans. Away to our right, we sit pretty much level with the edge of the penalty area on the right half of the pitch. The shots are the home side. They're in their home kit of red and blue striped shirts, red shorts and red socks, and Spennymoor are also in their home kit. Just imagine the Newcastle kit. It's been a proud year for the North East, hasn't it? Newcastle came here and won. Spennymoor now are here in black and white. But let's not forget our very own Tommy Widrington from the North East. He's been away to get his suit measured, and he's wearing that suit today. He stood very proudly by the side of the pitch. Okay, we're ready to get underway here at Wembley after paying tribute to all those who've sadly lost their lives. We're underway. The shots kicking from right to left in this first half. The ball's quickly in touch. And Tim, would you agree with that? Aldershot just need a little moment to calm themselves down as a team and to get this 18,000 strong support, giving them the advantage that they want.
Yeah, it's a tough one because, like I said, it's almost a little bit safe at times, but actually what they're doing is they're moving Spennymoor around. The Spennymoor wingers are actually pushing onto the back three, so here we go, this might be the moment potentially. Yeah,
good winner from Barham. He managed to feed the ball into Henry, who's on the edge of the final third, sends a cross in now, header's wide, but was there a touch from a Spennymoor defender? No, Henry got it in. Glancing header, I think, from Jack Barham, who holds his head high to the heavens, Steve. I think he wonders if he might have done better there.
Yeah, it was difficult. It was almost on the penalty spot, a little bit advanced from that. A glancing header. He was looking to find the far corner and beat Brad James.
Spennymoor holding the ball up just inside their own half here. Well cut out by Luca Woodhouse. Gets his head up, assesses his options and goes back to Will Armitage. Fair play, I would say, to the players of both teams. There's not been too much nerves shown in their touch early on. As Tim, though, Sills has said, just probably a little bit safe at times. The shots bossing possession, but a lot of it just inside their own half. And still on this beautiful, sunny spring afternoon, 23 degrees centigrade, a good breeze though. Here's Barrett, twist and turn, he feels he's fouled. The referee, Lewis Smith, comes to his rescue. He's been reluctant, Steve, in this opening quarter of an hour to give much in the way of fouls, but finally gives one there.
Yeah, I think that there's been nothing really worthy of it. The one he did give was against Theo Widrington, and rightly so. And that's the thing with Spennymoor. They don't press high, they don't really engage until the final third, but at the moment, Aldershot Town are bossing possession, but not able to really do anything with it.
Here's Barrett receiving the ball back to goal, clips it out to the right-hand side. Aaron Jones looks to hold it up just inside the penalty area. Goes back to Henry. Henry sends a cross into the far post. Squared back across, and Brad James gets up to his near post and pushes it behind. The Shots with their first corner of the game. We're in the 15th minute, 0-0, and now we hear the roar of the red and blue as Josh Barrett comes forward to take the first Shots corner of the afternoon. Nil-nil, almost halfway through the first half of this FA Trophy Final. In bright sunshine here at Wembley. Barrett with the ball into the box. It's headed up and behind again by Spennymoor. It'll be a third corner of the game now to the Shots. Scored on a few occasions from corners this season. Again, they're not setting up for the short corner. Barrett's going to send it deep into the heart of the area. It's deeper this time. There's a little header down, half cleared by Spennymoor. Comes out to Theo Widrington. He turns it out to his left, looking for a Shots player, but it's Spennymoor who get onto it. They might have 2 against 1 here as they break down the right-hand side. And the ball's played into the middle and shot towards goal. And it's quite weak from Ramshaw, I think. Easy for Dewhurst to save down to his right. It's a second on-target effort of the opening first half of the game, Steve. 0-0.
Yeah, Shots stretched, but crucially not broken. And the player that Spennymoor would have wanted rushing onto that was probably Rob Ramshaw. That's his game, playing in that number 10 behind Taylor. He's got the ability on the ball, he's got the finishing ability, but he didn't quite catch it.
We've watched an awful lot of Aldershot Town games this year that have been like basketball matches, end to end. We can score more than you. This is not one of them. As we've pointed out on a few occasions, the Shots have enjoyed greater possession in the opening 23 and a half minutes, but it's Spennymoor who've had the 2 efforts on goal so far, and for Aldershot so far, just the one header, a deft one wide from Jack Barham. Here's Armitage sending the ball down the right side. Barham's well up, gets a header on it, but it falls inside to Spenny, but they can only pick out Tete. Barrett picks it up on the edge of the box. Wonderful shot, saved well away to his left by Brad James. Finally, a decent effort on target from the shots marksman. Josh Barrett put behind for another corner, Steve Gibbs.
Yeah, shot starting to exert some pressure. An excellent save from Brad James. Feels to me a little bit like Josh Barrett telegraphed it. He was opening his body, he was facing that way. I think James would have known where the shot was going, but it was still well struck. He had to make the save, but
I put it to you that the man further to your right was probably the best Aldershot Town striker ever had, coming back and defending as well. He was brilliant at both ends, wasn't he, Tim Sills?
he was absolutely, yeah, and that's a big part of any striker's game. That being able to use that aerial ability in your own penalty area, not just the opposition's. And we saw so many times Tim score vital headed goals, but I'm sure the number of goals he saved with his head are just as many.
Here's Ramshaw picking up the ball on the left-hand side, sending it into the area, cleared away by Woodhouse. Nice first touch from Barrett into Henry. It was a moment where maybe he could have found Barham. He sends the ball in now. Barham scores for the shots in front of the 18,000 Aldershot Town fans. As the ball came in from Henry, Barham just tried to meet it. It almost hit him as much as he hit it, but it found its way in, and the shots are ahead here at Wembley. Just a couple of minutes into the second half, Aldershot Town 1, Spennymoor Town 0. Steve Gibbs initially.
What a brilliant cross from James Henry. You could see as the move developed, Jack Barham was on the shoulder, but he was just behind Ollie Dyson, and he managed to get in there, almost as he did in the semi-final against Woking. Didn't meet this one with his head, just caught it with the inside of his foot. It took an age to travel the 4 or 5 yards before it crept inside the post. I thought maybe it was going to drift wide. It was only when it was inside the back of the net that the celebrations could start.
Aldershot Town, 20 minutes plus added time away from glory. What a lovely ball out to the left-hand side where Frost's got it. He's into the edge of the penalty area, it's cleared away. Oh, and it's just wide. I think the final touch came off a Spennymoor player, and it's a corner to Shots as Josh Barrett rouses the Shots fans. He wants that support. The Shots players need that support to get them through this final 20 minutes. Steve Gibbs.
Yeah, Jack Barham improvising inside the 6-yard box, fashioning an overhead kick virtually from nothing as the ball ricocheted around, and yeah, it was only the interjection of a Spennymoor defender which stopped Barham getting a cleaner connection.
Barrett then with the corner in the 71st minute. Header from Ellison! Dan Ellison finally scores his first Aldershot Town goal in the 71st minute. A direct header from the corner. The Shots have doubled their lead, and if you're going to wait so long to score your first goal for Aldershot Town, why not score it at Wembley? Aldershot Town 2, Spennymoor 0. Steve Gibbs.
Breathing space for the Shots. Really well worked corner, Ellison. That's a goal for the whole of that back three, who've been superb, coming in having to be emergency centre-halves as Aldershot Town defenders fall by the wayside. He's deserved that goal for the performances that he's given and that Woodhouse and Armitage have given as well. Excellent glancing header into the far corner. There were 3 or 4 Spennymoor defenders around him, but somehow he manages to thrust his head at the last second to get the vital touch. Takes it beyond a wrong-footed Brad James. Tommy Widrington, 2 fists clenched.
Straight into the path of the Spennymoor player. Corbett tries to get back, but Spennymoor continue down the right-hand side. They look to get across into the far post, and it's cushioned back by the head or chest, I'm not sure which, of the shot skipper, Aaron Jones. And Steve Gibbs, Aaron Jones down there is 4 minutes plus added time away from being assured that he is going to be lifting that rather sparkling trophy down there.
Yeah, excellent composed defending, while the calmest man in this stadium, and Yeah, shots so very close. Spennymoor haven't really got going in this second half.
Flick on from Kwame Thomas, finds Barrett. Oh my word! Josh Barrett has his moment. He scores his 19th goal of the season. He's just volleyed it over the keeper and in. And the Aldershot Town supporters are in raptures. Now they know it's done. They're 3-0 up going into the final 3 minutes. Aldershot have got the icing on the cherry, on the cake. Aldershot Town 3, Spennymoor Town 0.
What a moment, Josh Barrett. The players telling Josh Barrett to go forward and take the acclaim, take the adulation of his fans. What a finish. That is the sort of thing that you dream about, the sort of thing that Josh was talking about to both me and Tim Durrans during the week, the sort of moment that players dream of, that Tim has done, scoring a brilliant goal, scoring the decisive goal, and now 18,000 red and blue fans believe, they know that Aldershot Town's name is on the Isuzu FA Trophy. And the next 5 minutes and the whole of this evening is going to be a party. Again, what a moment.
5 added minutes. And Mullins is sent forward here. All players forward. Frost! Oh, saved by the feet of Brad James, who's about to be replaced, the other goalkeeper as well. He's signing off with a save. Tyler Frost had the opportunity to put shots 4-0 up. Credit to Brad James, he makes the save.
Good save by Brad James, but Ryan Johnson, 18 years old, as far as I can tell, making his Spennymoor debut at Wembley. What a moment for the 18-year-old.
Flick on from Kwame Thomas to Max Mullins. He's into the area, he clips a shot, is beaten away by the substitute goalkeeper for Spennymoor Town, Ryan Johnson, behind the goal away to our right. Another corner for the shots. And Josh Barrett has scored with one of his specials. Can they keep a clean sheet as well? Oh, beaten away by Dewhurst. Good effort on target from Spennymoor. It's going to come back in again, headed away by Luca Woodhouse. Heavy touch. And cleared up and away by Ollie Scott. 3-0 shots. Seconds to go.
Yeah, and credit there, you said Dewhurst. It was Van Stappershoef with that brilliant save that preserves the clean sheet. And that's probably what will please Tommy as much as the 3 goals.
Here's Mullins battling away for a ball. It'll drift over him. There's the final whistle. And Aldershot Town have done it. I don't think the 18,000 fans can believe it, even if they were 3-0 up. Going into the 5 minutes added time, Theo Widrington rips off his shirt, waves it above his head. Flags are being waved, fists are being pumped. And Aldershot Town have done it. They've won the FA Trophy on their very first visit to Wembley. I'm going to lose it. I'm going to pass it on to Steve Gibbs. You better keep it together now, fella.
Oh, yeah. Aldershot Town, they've not just graced Wembley. In the end, they've won at a canter, and they've deserved every moment that they're going to get, whether here this afternoon, outside the stadium, back in Aldershot, in the bars around Aldershot, yes, the Crimea and all of the bars in town, and who knows whether the Ebb Lounge will be open this evening, because these players are now Aldershot Town legends. And a quiet first half, a cagey, tentative first half, but you'd hope, you think now, that was by design, because they have come out in the second half and they have dominated this game. They have made Spennymoor look very ordinary, which they are not. They are an excellent team with plenty of quality from front to back, and Aldershot Town have imposed themselves on this second half, and in the end they have won at a canter and made it look like the easiest thing in the world, like they do this every season, not once in 99 years. And now Aaron Jones is about to be, of all of the Aldershot Town greats, of all of the Aldershot FC greats, no one previously has stepped up at Wembley and lifted a trophy. And now Aaron Jones is about to get that very, very great honour.
Brilliant commentary from Rob Worrall, brilliant descriptions. Steve, great emotion. More from you in a moment. Tim Sills, you know all about scoring and winning at Wembley, but as a player, as we touched on before the game started, you know, you're red and blue a little bit inside. Your emotions today, because you know John McGuinty, Mike Pusey, all these people, so many who've been and gone and won't get to see this moment.
Yeah, and people who built the foundations of this Phoenix club, and we'll be looking down and just, you know, we know that they're here with us now, because everyone connected to Aldershot deserves to share this moment. You know, there's been some great moments in this club's history, but you know, this is incredible. 18,000 fans making incredible noise. I mean, we talked before the game about getting to Wembley is the main thing. Now let's change that. Winning at Wembley in front of this crowd for this incredible football club. Days don't get much better than this in non-league football, and this is why non-league finals day is such a special day for moments like this.
Heartbreak earlier today for AFC Whiteleaf. I said at the start, there are those that are beaten and those that are victorious. It's the Shots who are standing now, all the players and clapping. Tommy Widgington in front of the 18,000 red and blue army. There's more up in the neutral zone, up in some of the other tiers. A huge turnout for the North East Hampshire club. Let's go pitch side to Cameron Anderson-Jones.
Thank you very much, Tim. A moment that I noticed was that Tommy Widrington and Theo Widrington at full time, they just hugged each other by the side of the pitch. The others were taking it in, but it meant a moment to both of them, manager and player. In front of me, everyone's just waiting now. They've stopped cheering. They want the trophy. They don't want any more. Josh Barrett now getting an Aldershot Town flag from one of the fans. I saw Tetek getting a flag as well. A real fan favourite, Josh Barrett. What a strike it was to top off. What an amazing day, as all of them now go towards the fans to the right-hand side of us. Amazing atmosphere, amazing day, and Aldershot Town have done it.
Cameron ready to get reaction, as he says, probably after the trophy lift. In a moment, we hope to have that on the screens in the next 5-10 minutes. Rob Worrall described the trophy lift. They'll then come back down in front of the Isuzu FA Trophy winners plinth that's been put in front of the 18,000 red and blue army. They will then raise the trophy down here as well, and it will be special, as we've been saying. Rob, you noticed Geordie Van Stoppershoff going off. We had his dad on earlier. We've got him, I think, lined up for the breakfast show. That will be with James Cannon and Kerry in the morning. It's a 23, 24, 30-man situation. You mentioned some people who heartbroken, they're injured or not available today, but they've all played a part in the trophy run, but also in the collective, that they're getting Tommy Widgington back on his feet, getting the club here this season to Wembley and then winning.
Absolutely, absolutely, Tim. This is a moment for all of them, for all the players, the ones down there in suits and on crutches, and the ones who've played before like Tim, and whoever's ever worn the red and blue of Aldershot Town. Enjoy this moment, because it's been an awfully long time in the coming, but it's here now, and the Shots haven't just come here and won. In the end, Tim, they've done it in style, and they've done it with a bit of pizzazz from Josh Barrett. His 19th goal of the season might just be the best. And my goodness me, there's going to be some celebrations tonight, roughly between here and in the line on the way back to North East Hampshire. And here, finally, we're going to see Aldershot Town lift the FA Trophy. Still we await Aaron Jones. And he lifts it to the 18,000 Shots faithful, punches the air. And finally, you can believe it, Shots fans. Finally, your side has come to Wembley. And finally, you've won the final. It's all about the final, and it's about being winners at Wembley. And our heart goes out to Spennymoor Town, but it's Aldershot Town's day as the players pass the trophy along the balcony and well, it just beggars belief.